Welcome, Algebra 1 students. In this video, we're going to be working with sets. By the end of the video, you should be able to write sets and identify subsets, as well as find the complement of a set. Okay, so you're going to be asked to find the roster form and the set builder notation. There is a difference between the two. The roster form, it lists all the elements in a set. If you're not sure what an element is, it just means it's a member. It could be a thing, a place, a noun. Okay, so we show this using braces. An example would be n equals 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Now, likewise, the set builder notation describes the property of those elements, those members in the set. So example, n equals, and this is how we say this, all real numbers of x such that x is an even natural number, x is less than or equal to 12. Okay, so let's look at an example where we use roster form and set builder notation. Write the following set in roster form and in set builder notation. T is a set of natural numbers that are less than 6. So when you're looking at this, you're going to want to pull out your key information. So right here, natural numbers. So we're talking about this set will have natural numbers and are less than 6. So there's our key terms. So let's write this out. T is, now remember from chapter 1, is the same as saying equals. Now we're going to use our braces. Now the list will be all natural numbers that are less than 6. So natural numbers, guys, if you remember, they're just counting numbers. They're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so we're going to start out at 1. They have to be, it starts out at 1, but it has to be less than 6. So we're going to list them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to put 6 because it says they're less than. If it said less than or equal to, then we would include 6. Okay, now let's write this set in set builder notation. And as a reminder, set builder notation means that you're going to describe what it looks like. Okay, so the set of T equals, we're going to do our braces, all real numbers of x such that x is, you're basically going to repeat what you see in the original question, is, we'll probably put a, is a natural number. Okay, and then comma, the next information we know is the r less than 6. So x is less than 6. And then you're done. You don't have to worry so much about the writing of this because you're going to be in Math Excel and be able to choose from a list. Okay, finding subsets. So you have your bigger set, you have your list of elements, but then there's a subset which consists of elements from the given set. So in this example, if B equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and A is 1, 2, and 5, then A is a subset of B. Okay. An empty set is just that. It's a set that does not contain any elements. There will be no members. We use this symbol here, which is null. It's basically, we're saying that it's empty, that it's voided. Okay. One thing to keep in mind, make sure you're taking notes on this, that an empty set is a subset of every set. What I mean by that is you got to start somewhere. Think of it as a blank piece of paper, and then until we add something to it, it's considered empty, right? It's considered a void, empty piece of paper. All right, let's look at an example when we find subsets. So what are the subsets of 14, 18, and 23? So the first thing, and there's a step to this, you're going to want to write this down. Start with an empty set. It's always considered a subset, so you're going to have this. Okay. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to list the subsets with one element. What that means is you're just going to list these individually. So we're going to have 14. Every time you do this, you have a comma. 18, and then the last one you'll have is a 23. Again, you're not going to have to worry about writing all these down. You're just going to have to choose from a list in MathXL. Now list the subsets with two elements. What this means is you're going to have pairs. Okay, you're going to have the first number with the second. So that's 14 and 18 are together. Then you're going to have the first number and the third number. Then we're going to have 14 and 23. Okay, now let's move on and do the second number. Because the second number already has shared with 14, we're going to do just the last number. So it's going to be 18 and 23. So there we go. We have all our subsets in two elements. And then the final step is just to list the original set. It's always considered a subset. I know that sounds weird, but they're not telling you it's a subset. They just want to know what it is. So we're just going to list it out like this, and then you're done. Okay, sometimes you'll be asked to find a subset of something other than a number. In this case, we have animals. So we're going to list subsets of the given set. So again, remember, you start out with the empty set. Okay, then you're going to do each one individually. So, oh, that was horrible. You're going to have the muskrat, which is going to go first, and then you'll have the frog. I'm not sure why these are all a set together. If you guys can think of what each one of these have in common, that'd be pretty cool. I was trying to think of what they all have in common, that they'd be in a set together. So our next thing is to put them together as a pair. So you're going to put the muskrat and the frog together. Okay, and then you're going to put the muskrat and the deer together. This is a lot of writing. Luckily, you guys, like I said, you're not going to have to do this. Okay, and then the final thing is, since you did the first and the second, the first and the third, you're going to want to do the second and the third together. So we're going to put the frog and the deer together. Okay, and then the last thing, if you've already guessed it, you're going to put them all together. So we're going to have the muskrat, the frog, and the deer all together as one subset. Oops, I meant to put frog. Okay. All right, that's it. Okay. Suppose the universal set 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 19. And then you have A, which is 1, 7, 11. So what would be the complement of A? What they're saying is they're taking out 1. Okay, they're taking out 1. I'm just actually going to cross that off. They're taking out 7. I'm going to cross that off. And we're going to take out 11. So the complement of A is what is left over, right? So what we have left over is, let's not confuse you guys. I'm just going to actually do this. I'm going to cross that one out. What we have is 2, 12, 13, 15, and 9. So this would be your complement set. This was not, well, it should not be in the universal set. And there you go. That's all you have to do. You're just basically comparing them and pulling out what's left over. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and everybody have a wonderful day.